Hello, my friends. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be a weekly vlog, but August I'm going to do a little differently because what I want to do is a different kind of like series that may end up becoming a series that doesn't just take up a month. Like I'll do it once or twice a month or once a month or something. I don't know. Haven't figured that part out yet. But I got the idea from Gavin Reads It All, who got the idea from somebody else, that I want to do like my besties recommend my books for me, but I'm going to do it a little differently. So this week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a genre. And I'm going to do romance this week. And I have put all the books that have been recommended to me by my friends, by other people, by booktubers that I respect and I like a lot. And I have put them all into like a spinner wheel, and I'm going to spin it, and I'm going to pick 3 books. And those are the books I'm going to read this week. And they're all like romance, my type of romance, like rom-com, golden retriever for boys, golden retriever girls, you know, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have the spinner already, so I will show it to you guys. But first, let's just chat a little bit, give you a little bit of a life update. Not much to give other than July was hard. July was rough. I don't know why. It just felt like it lasted forever. It was unseasonably hot here, and I just couldn't, I don't know. It was weird. So I'm trying to get back on the ball. I wasn't feeling the vibes, and if I'm not feeling the vibes of filming, then I'm just not going to, because it's boring, and I don't want you to live through that. I don't want you to watch that. You don't need to live through that. I need to be a little bit more upbeat for you guys. So that's why I didn't film much in July. Also, I didn't read much in July. I failed. So there's that. Today it was pretty quiet. I went out to my old childhood home. My dad sold his house to a flipper that's really well known in my old town. And so he gave my dad the code today, and we were able to go and like look at it all updated, and it was really nice, but it was also really bittersweet. He did an awesome job with the house. It was not in great shape, and it hadn't been for a very long time. And then my dad moved out, and he lives closer to me now, which is great. I went out there, and I went with my aunt and my dad and Cadence. And then my sister came out after a little bit, and it was just like memory overload. Like I said, it was nice. The house looks great. He did such a great job with what he did with it. And it's just one of those things where it's like, I grew up there. I lived there until I got married. So, and I've only been married, we're going on 10 years in March. It was just very bittersweet. The house looks great, but the memories came a flooding back. And so the good ones, the bad ones, all of them. So I was a little off my game today. Also, the PMSing is PMSing hard. Sorry if you don't want to hear that, but it is PMSing hard. And so it was just one of those, it was that kind of morning. And then I took the kids to a local pool, and we swam for a good part of the afternoon. And now I'm home, I'm relaxing. I'm supposed to go to this book fair tonight that I'm so excited for. It's like in this huge arena. It's got all kinds of, I'll bring you with me. It's exciting. It's going to be great. So that's really the only update I have for you right now. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take my phone down. I'm going to show you the spinner thingy that's over here. Give me 1 second. Oh, let me get my laptop. So, spinner doodad, right? Sorry if that's like backwards to you, but hi. Okay, we're going to do it this way. Okay, this is not easy to do it this way, guys. So you know what I'm going to do? Hold on. There we go. That's easier. Then I can really see what I'm doing. Okay, so these are all the little romance books that were recommended to me. I'm sure there's more that I could add, but I'm not much in the mood to do so. Maybe if I, do this series again and I use romance again, I'll add more, but who knows. So these are all of them. And so obviously I have plenty to choose from as I do this series. So I'll probably do this again, obviously. So like I said, this is rom-com. I have some set up for middle grades. I have some set up for fantasy. And then I have one that's like a hodgepodge of books. Like they don't really fit into a genre, or they do, but I just don't feel like breaking it down that way. So we're going to go ahead and spin this. If I don't own the book that I end up getting, I will get it from the library. So let me go ahead and open my library app here. So we're gonna have that there. Boom. All right, and now we're gonna spin. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Loath to Love You by Ali Hazelwood. That is not one I own. Place a hold. I am not. We're gonna do this thing real quick. I'm still here. You're just not gonna get to see where I live because, you know, that's weird. Awesome. That one's on there. So we're gonna hide that choice now. We're gonna spin it again. The Happy Ever After playlist. I don't have that one either. Man, the library's gonna get a lot of my business. So that one is by Abby Jimenez. There she is. I want the book. Again, not really gonna show you where I live. Placing a hold. Back to the picker wheel. Gonna hide that choice. All right, last one. Hopefully I can read 3 books in a week. We'll see. I think Loath to Love You is a bunch of novellas, so how about we be one that I own? Yay, one of them. And A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. I have that one. I actually have it right here because I was gonna read it at the pool today. So boom. I have that one. So this is the one we're going to start with because I own it. I don't have to wait for it. So this is what we're going to start with today, my friends. And I'm very, 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 very excited. So I'm going to hop off here, wait for Justin to get home, and then we're going to go to the book fair. I'm going to read for a little bit, and then I'll bring you with me to the book fair. It's going to be a good time. So here we go. The 3 books for this week. Hopefully all 3. Loath to Love You, Happily Ever After playlist, and A Novel Love Story. And I'll start with this one because I own it. All right, friends, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Bye. Hey guys, happy Sunday. So I wanted to give you guys some updates, but I also just kind of wanted to check in. How we doing? How's everybody doing? You drinking your water? You doing what you're supposed to be doing? I sure hope so. So welcome to my bedroom. Please ignore my shades in the background. My dog jumped up in there and broke a bunch of them. So if you hear him whining in the background, it is because my husband is outside and he just can't stand it. He just hates when there is someone outside and he is inside when he wants to be outside with them. So, but we can't let him out into the front yard or else he will run away. Why you would run away from the people that feed and house you and make sure you stay safe, I don't know. But whatever. But yeah, he just can't. He can't handle it when there's someone outside. And Justin is outside cleaning his dad's car for his birthday. He's detailing it. So far this weekend has been a little odd. So Friday, Justin and I went to that book fair and he found 12 books and I found 2. And that's like unheard of. And part of that is because it's it's old library books, you know what I mean? And so it's older authors, and I'm not as into older authors as some other people are. So it was like a lot of James Patterson, and it was a lot of Nora Roberts, and it was a lot of Danielle Steele, and it just wasn't for me. And then the books that I did find interesting was like 2 or 3 in a sequel, and I'm just not crazy about that. But I did find Wondersmith, which is the second book in the Nevermore series, which is the one I need to read. So I grabbed that one. And then I also grabbed the 13th something or another. I can't remember the title of it right now, but I'll show it to you later if I think about it. But it was okay. It was packed. I was there for like 2 hours. It wasn't what I remember it being, because I used to go in college and it seemed like they had better options, better books, and this time just not so much. So, and I mean, again, that could just be me because I'm not into like older authors and things like that, but I don't know. I'm not convinced. And then yesterday, you don't have any footage from yesterday because yesterday was my father's retirement party. And so we had a big surprise party for him, got food, people came, family came. It was a good time. We celebrated him. He just had a birthday on Friday too. So that was fun for us. So everybody got together to celebrate him, which is very much deserved. He's worked really hard my entire life for sure, and long before that he deserved a good party for all the hard work he's put in and all the different jobs and spending the last 26 years basically working overnights. And so yeah, it was good. It was nice. It was nice to see everybody, but I have been all up in my feels because, like I said, Friday was his birthday, and it's always a little hard for me when my parents get older, specifically my dad, but also just because we went to my childhood home, like I had mentioned earlier, and we walked around it, and it was totally redone. So it was really surreal. So it was like all of these memories were flooding back to me, and some of them aren't so great, you know, like I didn't always have the best childhood, and that's not my dad's fault. But it's just, it was hard growing up there sometimes. And so that came flooding back, but the good times came flooding back too, like playing in the rock garden in the backyard with my sister and hanging out on on the deck that my dad had built, and having little kiddie pools in the backyard. So that stuff came flooding back. So that was nice, but it was just hard. It was kind of surreal because it looks so different and it feels so small. Whereas when I was a kid, it felt so big, you know? So that was just a lot. And so it's just been an emotional weekend. I've kind of been in a funk. And today I was just a little irritable and little things were setting me off. And so Justin told me, hey, go read your book and decompress for a little bit and come out when you feel like you feel better. And so I did. So while I was in here, I finished A Novel Love Story and I gave it 5 stars. It was very cute. She has such interesting storylines, you know what I mean? Interesting plots, interesting places where these stories take place. So this one, you're following Elsie, and Elsie is kind of lost in her life and was left at the altar, and that's all on the back. And so she ends up trying to go to this cabin that her and her book club usually go to for a week in the summer, but everybody else is bailed and they're not going, so she's gonna go by herself. But then she gets lost and turned around, and she ends up in a fictional town from one of her favorite author's books. And the author died unexpectedly, and so the series never got completed. And so you get to kind of see where the characters in this story are, how life is going for them, without having tied up all the loose ends, you know? And so while she's there, of course, she meets a guy who she is saying, well, he's fictional, he's in these stories, blah, blah, blah. So, but you're watching her interact with these characters that she has read and that she loves so much. And that's really interesting to me because I'm like, I think about it and I'm like, if I could fall into any book, what book would I want to fall into? And I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what book I would want to fall into. I would probably want to fall into one of the romance novels just because quaint little towns, things of that nature. Bookstores usually. It was really cute. But, and this was, he ran the bookshop. So, and he was grumpy and a curmudgeon and he really did not want her to finish the book. So, it was cute. It was unique. It was not anything I think I've read before. I don't remember a whole lot of anything I've read where the main character falls into a story of their favorite story. But it was good. I gave it 5 stars. It was very cute. It made me feel very warm and fuzzy, which I think is kind of what I needed, especially this weekend with me being all up in my feels and the Brain Goblin's goblin. Like, I needed something, you know, I gotta manhandle you for a second. You're kind of balancing on a book that is on my mattress, and you can imagine how wobbly you guys are, and so you're kind of tilted funny. Here comes the whiny dog. So, go. It was what I needed after this weekend, because like I said, I was all up in my feels, and the Brain Goblins were a goblin, and so I needed something cozy and comfy and easy and kind of just no high stakes. And so I'm kind of glad that this is the week that I'm doing romance. Round 1 anyway. And so with the Brain Goblins and everything else, it was a good little, it was nice. It was nice to read that, and it took me 2 days. So, and then I realized I'm supposed to read Loathe to Love You by Ali Hazelwood and also the Happily Ever After playlist. I am in a nice little queue position to still probably get Loath to Love You before the end of the week, but I was like number 20 for the Happily Ever After playlist. So I was like, well, what do I have on my shelves that was also on my list? And I have Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail, which is the second book in a series type with Delilah Green Doesn't Care. And I really loved Delilah Green Doesn't Care. I loved the banter. I loved the story. I loved Delilah. She was complex, and I feel like Astrid is her sister, her stepsister, half-sister, stepsister, one of the two. But she seems even more complex, and I'm looking forward to diving into her story, so I figured I would just go ahead and pick this one up since it's on my shelves and I don't have to wait for it. And so Astrid, like I said, she is just broken off an engagement, and now she is working on, she's like a interior designer, and so she's working on an inn that is from her town, and it's going to be part of an HGTV show that she really likes, and there's this carpenter that's involved, and I guess there's some interesting feelings that arise there, so I don't know. I've read maybe one chapter, so I think it'll be good from what I've read so far, but yeah, I love this series. Ashley Herring Blake is hysterical, and I really, really like Delilah Green Doesn't Care, so I have really high hopes for this guy. So other than that, there's not much going on tonight. I'm gonna read, I'm gonna relax. I think we're gonna order pizza because I just don't really feel like cooking, and I have coupons, so we're gonna get that. Justin, like I said, is cleaning out his dad's car. He's doing some detailing, and then I'll order pizza and hang out. The kids start school in a couple weeks, so I'm pretty sure at some point this week we'll have to take them school supply shopping, which is always fun. So yeah, but that's where I'm at. I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm doing better. My brain feels a little better, less foggy. Today it just kind of was like, I was really tired and really worn out. And I think part of that is from my dad's retirement party, because I was playing hostess, and my social battery gets drained very quickly sometimes, especially when I'm playing hostess for things, and I have to keep a smile on my face, and I have to like be friendly and cheerful, and sometimes that's just hard to do. It was a great day. He had a great party. He had a great time, and I loved that, and I was happy for that. And so the smile wasn't necessarily fake. It's just hard to keep all day. And so my social battery was very drained last night, and I just couldn't bring myself to do much except read. And then today I was just tired from yesterday, and then we got to church and I had to stream, and it just like the coffee didn't do anything, didn't make me hyper, didn't perk me up at all. And then I just needed some time to decompress, and I'm really grateful that I have a husband that, you know, allows me to do that. So I'm hoping that the rest of the week goes by better, but obviously I'll keep you guys posted. And so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna order pizza, I'm gonna read, and then we're gonna kind of go from there. So I hope you guys are having a good weekend. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Bye. It is clearly the end of the world. Justin is still outside, and this guy is just fit to be tied. Bubba. Relax, my man. I think you're bothering the old lady. Back to the window. Back to the crying. Like he's never gonna come back inside. This is one anxious pup.
And offender DNA.
I was a sergeant within the unit, and I was also the blood.
Ow! Ow!
Oh!
She got you good.
You got me!
There's so many different types of patterns and stains that are visible.
Happy Monday. So so here I am back in my office. So right now, what I need to do is I need to start prepping for the school year to start for these kids. And so I need to make a list because Charlie has several different classes that he's taking. And so I need to write a more condensed school list for him so that it's not like, oh, for biology, you need a composition notebook and a 3-ring binder and blue and black pens and pencils. And then we get into a different lane. I'm like, wait, we need to go back to the binder because you need one for Spanish. So I'm just going to be like, you need 3 binders, you need, you know, that kind of thing. Make a little bit more comprehensive kind of list. And then we also got the school schedule, so I'm going to put that in the planner for the year. And then I'm going to pull up Cadence's school schedule because since they are in 2 different schools, 2 different districts, because Charlie's in a private school and Cadence is in a public elementary school, their schedules are different. So like Charlie starts school on Monday, Cadence starts school on the 19th. So it's like, I gotta get all that figured out and into one condensed place, which is going to be this calendar until I switch it to my phone calendar. And of course the wall calendar, because I have a kitchen wall calendar, we have a phone calendar, a shared phone calendar, and then I have this one, this planner as well. So, but I think this one ends in December, so I'll need a, I guess I'll add it to the list of school supplies because I'll have to pick up a new planner for 2025. So that's what this is. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I went on a 2-mile walk this morning, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I am rehydrating as well to get back on track with that. Starting to get a little bit of a headache, so maybe I'll take something for that. And then we'll kind of go from there. So yeah, that's why I like excuse the hair. It's still damp from my shower. So I hope that your Monday's going well. I'm gonna get down and dirty with my my planners, and I'll get back to you later. Bye. Feel like I'm like towering over you. Rah. So I have now finished updating the calendar. I've also had my little lunchy lunch and I'm feeling a little bit of a drag. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go refill my water because water is important and I've already drinking one of these today, so I need to drink more. It's important. Water is important. What is up with the lighting? Like, y'all. Yuck. 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 That's better, I think. Nope, we're going dark again. All right. Oh well. Anyway, so I'm gonna go do that, and then I'm also gonna make myself a little bit of a iced coffee, and hopefully that will give me a little bit of a pick me up. Yeah, I was hoping it would give me a bit of a pick me up. Anyway, do I need to like do that? How's that? That's my lamp. Ew, y'all can like see the zits on my forehead. That's not fun. Anyway, so I'm gonna go make a little bit of a coffee. We're gonna do a protein coffee, so you guys can watch me do that. Basically all I do is I take milk and some protein powder, and that's my creamer. And then sometimes I add syrups, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how I'm feeling. So we're gonna go do that. We're gonna fill my water, and then I'm gonna read for a bit because I'm not too far into this book. but I want to keep going. It's quite delightful so far. I love little meet cutes, and let me tell you, theirs was a meet cute. Theirs was a meet cute. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the things that I said I was gonna do, and we're gonna go and do it, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna drink coffee. We're gonna read a little bit. I'm waiting for some stuff for work, which hopefully will come through before tomorrow, because I need it for tomorrow. So I guess we'll find out. Anyway, I'm gonna go take care of that, and then yeah, you, me, and a book. Yep. Here we see the little girl in her natural habitat, enjoying the sunshine on this day. Please excuse the high grass and the weeds. We need to mow, something desperate, but it's been so balls hot, it has been not high on the agenda. But as you can see, Reese still enjoys laying in the sunshine, panting as she lays there. I even tried to get her to go inside. Oop, she moves. She moves. Are you going to come here? Are you ready to go inside? Reese's, you look like you could use some water, old lady. Heath, no! Hi, old lady. Oh, there comes the youngin', traipsing through the glass. Oh, that's my finger. Old lady, art thou ready to go inside? Do you want some water? You looked like you were enjoying the sunshine. What about this little rabble-rouser? Does he want to go inside? Excuse me. Heath. Sir Heath. Our backyard is a mess. You'll have to forgive. It's been so hot we haven't been able to clean it. Alright, shall we go inside? No? I'm going inside. Are you coming with me? Art thou coming? Come on, friends. Let us go inside. Yes, let us. I just stepped on something. Are we going inside? Oh, oh. am at Cadence's soccer practice. This is the first practice of the season. At least, you know, I got one sporty kid. She played softball in the spring. She's playing soccer now. So it's going well. She's excited. I think she's a little nervous too because she's never played soccer before, but I think she'll be great, right? Right. So today has been a day. I voted. I did vote. That was good. Go out and vote if you are old enough. It makes a difference and it makes you feel good, you know? So I did do that today. I also worked today. Worked with Cadence on some things. Read some more of Astrid Parker. I'm now sitting here listening to Astrid Parker and also reading it while I am watching her play softball or soccer. See, I still think she's playing softball. It's been a day, like it's been a couple of days. I just have been in my head, in my feels, and it's been rough. I had a headache last night. Eventually went away, which was good, and I made dinner and that worked out well. But then it's just it's like the brain goblins are gobbling and I don't know why. Like, I don't understand why my brain tells me to be worried about things that I have either A, no control over, or B, I shouldn't really be worried about. Like, and it's annoying. It's really annoying. Like, that's a great way to put it. It's really annoying, and it makes me really unfun. Makes me unfun to be around because I'm just in my head and I don't really know how to explain it to people that, like, I know I'm being irrational. I know that it's not me being my best self, you know? And like I said, this weekend, it could also be PMS, but I don't know how much of it is that, to be honest with you. So, I don't know. Things are weird, and I'm not sure where my brain is some days. But today was better. I will say it was better. I was out of my feels. I feel like I got a little bit more rest. Last night, night before last, I guess, Reese's, my older dog, was having some stomach issues, and so she was making my room rank, but at the same time she was pooping and peeing in my house, which is not normal for her, and so we were a little worried, but now she seems to be back to normal, which we appreciate, as normal can be in my house. We have had no more accidents, which is good. But I think she maybe just got into something, or she ate something that didn't agree with her. I don't know. So that had me worried and had me all up in my head, my brain goblins, because I am worried about her because she is like 12 or 13. I can't even remember right now. And I don't think I've ever had a dog. I've never had a dog that's been just kind of mine. Like, it's always been the family dog, you know, when I was growing up. And then this Reese's is like mine and Justin's first kid in reality. Like, yeah, we had Charlie, but Charlie was at the time only half ours, which is a whole other drawn out story. But Reese's is my first baby, and so it's been hard to kind of think about what the future might look like in that regard. And so I've been up in my feels about that, been up in my feels about my childhood home still, just because I lived a lot of life there, and some of it was really, really great, and some of it was really, really not great. So it's like bringing up that kind of stuff and those memories, and I'm just been irritable, and today it's just been like one thing after another in my brain, sabotaging me for the day, like the political climate in the world today and where we're at there and how scary that is, and regardless of who you are or where you're at, it's scary, and I don't have control over that. See, that is something my brain, I can do what I can do, right? I can do what it is my job as a citizen to do. I can get out there, I can be informed, and I can vote. But my brain is like telling me the world's gonna explode, you know, like, so it's getting very dramatic and very weird with me, and so my anxiety has been piqued a little bit about that in the last month or so. Luckily I have a friend of mine that whenever I start to feel that way, I just text her, and it could be a text that just has like a dumpster on fire, or I can say, you know, I just ate a whole pint of ice cream because I'm stress eating. And she understands because she feels the same way I do about everything. And so it's just a lot. And I'm trying hard. I'm taking deep breaths. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to put myself into a place that's a little bit more fun. I'm trying to stay off social media as much. and I've been doing pretty well with that. That was a goal I had, was to stay off TikTok, because TikTok is the worst in regards to things that make me anxious and conspiracy theories and all of that stuff. But I also know that I need to stay informed. I just need to do it a different way. So brain goblins have been a goblin, but it's been better than it has been the last few days. My emotional state anyway. So I'm almost halfway through Astrid Parker, and I'm really enjoying it. I really enjoyed Delilah Green, but I'm also really enjoying Astrid, because Astrid's a completely different character than Delilah. Yeah, they're like stepsisters, but she is 100% a different person, and she's very tight-knit, and she's very almost uptight, and she really hates that she gets called uptight, and she's building this friendship, rivalry, relationship, whatever you want to call it, with someone who's a little bit more loosey-goosey. And so it's interesting. It's fun to see how it's growing and changing. They're kind of rivals, but now they're becoming friends. They're working together on the same project, and Jordan has her own ideas and plans about what she wants the end to look at, like, that they're remodeling, and they do not line up with what Astrid wants to do. Nope, not even a little bit. So Jordan's kind of being a sneaky snake. She's being a snaky snake, but it's cute, and I'm enjoying it. So it's helping me feel better in that regard, because it's making me laugh, and it's letting me, I'm having a good time. I'm distracted. My child is kicking a ball between her feet, and it's fun to watch, you know? So she was so self-conscious about softball, and she thought she did so terribly. And I'm like, honey, you're in second grade. Like, you're not even in second grade yet. She starts second grade in 2 weeks, but you're in second grade. You're not going to be perfect. It takes practice. It takes work. And so she was feeling a little down at the end of the softball season and wasn't sure if she wanted to keep going. But I had asked her if she wanted to play soccer, and she said yeah. And so now she's trying something new, and I'm really, really hoping that we don't have the same kind of issues that we did with softball, where she was feeling really down on herself and she didn't play well and all that kind of stuff. So, because I just want her to have fun, you know, like, I don't want her to be miserable, and I want her to understand something that my oldest never really understood, and it's that you're not going to immediately be good at something. Like, sometimes you get those child prodigies, 100%, right? You're not immediately going to be good at it. Like, especially if you're my child. Sorry for you. Like, I am not at all a sporty person. Ooh, she just fell down, go boom. She stood on the ball. Poor girl. Anyway, so I just want her to feel good. I want her to feel good. I want her to feel like she's doing something fun, and that's it. Like, I get so tired of the constant negativity in the world, and in social media and in media in general for women and girls, and it's like, can't we all just be happy doing what we're doing? Please? Please. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated. I think she's having a good time. She's got a smile on her face. So my little princess getting it done. All right, I'll check in with you guys in a bit. I'm gonna keep an eye on her, and I'm gonna keep listening to Astrid. So bye. Hey friends, I'm back again. So I am obviously at work today, but in the office. I was in the office for a little while yesterday too, but this time we actually like have a client. So I am here, and I'm living life and learning, you know what I mean? But I'm here because I want to chat about Astrid Parker. I don't have the physical copy with me, so I finished it this morning, and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. So clearly my friends really know how to recommend books, which is great. I'm so excited. And clearly also my library does not agree with my TBR this week, but I'll get into that. So I really enjoyed Astrid Parker. I love her as a character. She is so dynamic at surface level, and Delilah, she didn't seem dynamic. She didn't seem like she was more than what the surface level saw her as. And unfortunately, it's because she was created in the image of her mother, and there was a lot of misunderstandings with her mother and a very not great relationship there. And so she's never gotten to actually be her true self. And so she's discovering who she is, along with the reader discovering who she is as well. And it's really fun to watch. It's really fun to see. Considering if you take the Astrid from Delilah Green and you compare her to the Astrid by the end of this book, it's a totally different character. And I love her. I love her to death. And I love Jordan. I love Jordan as a character too. Damaged, but willing to love again, willing to be that person for somebody, and willing to become who she is and take steps. It was so great, and I love them as a couple. I love them as characters. I love them both. Ashley Herring Blake really knows how to create dynamic characters and show character growth and character change, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So next one is Iris Kelly, so I have to read that one next. I don't have it. I'm gonna have to buy a copy first, but there's that one. So this is the reason that my library does not agree with my TBR for the week, because it has shipped Loathe to Love You to the library, but I don't have it yet. I don't have it in my hands, and I cannot get it on audio or ebook. It's just, everybody is apparently wanting to read it at the same time. So clearly the library did not agree with my reading plans for the week. So I'm gonna go ahead, because I have the physical copy of it that I got from the library, I'm gonna read Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. And I'm really excited to read this one too, because this one has gotten lots of great reviews from my friends and things of that nature. So I'm excited to see how it goes. Luckily, this one is on the list. This one was in the picker wheel, and it was one that I could get my hands on. So I think next time I do this, because I think my next vlog, I'm gonna do romantasy books that have been recommended to me. I'm gonna make sure either I have a physical copy or I can get it easily from the library. And if I can't get it easily from the library, then I'll pick again, because this is redonkulous, my friends. So yeah, I'm gonna read Get a Life, Chloe Brown, which I'm excited for because I really enjoy Talia Hibbert. So here's hoping, because I've heard lots of great things about this series of the Brown sisters. So yeah, and I can't remember the last time I read 2 books in a week. So I mean, this must be a great idea I had, because I'm not tying myself down with readathons, and I'm not trying to limit myself by that right now, and it's been kind of great. And so I'm not saying I will never do another readathon, but I am taking a step back and taking a break from readathons and reading kind of what I want, or things that have been recommended to me. And because I really trust the people that have recommended books to me, and it's worked out really well in my favor so far. So I'm hoping that I can stick with whatever it is that this is working, because I'm living, I'm laughing, I'm loving, I am enjoying the books that I'm reading. Happy little rom-coms always make me happy. So we'll see how it goes and how the rest of the week goes, but I think it's gonna be good. Today is going to be relatively quiet. I have to work, obviously, and then tonight I'm gonna go for a walk with my best friend and get active. I took a long walk on Monday. I took a little break yesterday. I'm gonna take a long walk today. I might take a long walk in the morning tomorrow, just because the weather is supposed to be cool for the first time. I'm like, is that fall knocking at my door? Ding, 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 ringing the bell, whatever. Because I hope so, because I need it to be fall. I know that it's only the first real week of August, but it's been too hot. It's been too hot. The Brain Goblins are a little better today. I just kind of let myself get lost in my book yesterday, and I didn't necessarily do much of anything else. I just let myself get lost in my book, and I have avoided social media and things of that nature. And I hung out with Justin, which is nice. I like it. I like when it's just like the two of us, and he's reading his westerns and I'm reading my little romances, and it's nice to just sit and read with him. I'm really grateful that I have a partner that supports the book habit and is trying to read more himself, because it's important to me, and I don't know what I would do if I didn't have that. You know, like, there's so many couples out there where they don't support each other's hobbies, and it's just not ideal. And I know that sometimes I struggle with some of his hobbies, because he really likes camping and I really don't like camping. I can handle it maybe in the fall when it's cooler, so I'm willing to give it a try in the fall for the most part, but I'm just not a huge fan of the great outdoors, and I'm trying to get better, trying to, you know, support that in him, because I know that he likes to hike and he likes to camp and he likes to do all of these things. So I guess we'll see how that goes. It's nice to have that, you know, who understands when I say, you know, one more chapter and then I'll come to bed, or listens to me when I'm talking about a book, even though he's never read it, he doesn't understand it, and he just listens and lets me get it all off my chest that I need to get off my chest. So it's nice to have that. So I was able to just relax and read last night after Cadence's soccer practice, which went really well. She seemed to have a lot of fun. She was very hot, she was very tired, fell asleep pretty quickly after we got home, so that was kind of nice. And then today it's gonna be that kind of thing, like, cause I'm gonna go for a walk with my best friend and we're gonna chat and, you know, unload on one another like we always do. And then I have to start prepping for school supply shopping that we're doing this weekend. So, cause Charlie starts school on Monday. So I need to make sure that I have uniforms cleaned and things of that nature. It's been a quiet day, which I appreciate and I love, is what I needed today. So my brain is starting to kind of, you know, deciding to not fight against me and making me think bad things about myself and the world around me. So I'm trying, and it's been hard because I've been trying to eat better, trying to eat healthy. I'm walking more. I have lost some weight, but it's like the second it's a fight, you know what I mean? It's a constant fight. And I'll step on a scale and it says I weigh a pound more than I did the last time I stepped on a scale, and I just immediately start beating myself up, and I know that I shouldn't do that. And I'm not gonna go into great big details about all this either, just because I know that not everybody wants to hear about it. And I know it's also a touchy subject for a lot of people, but I'm trying to get my health back in check. And so it's been hard, and it's definitely messed with the brain goblins. So I'm trying to just avoid the whole scale situation for a little while this week and just focus on what I'm eating and focus on moving and getting healthy and walking and but it's a daily struggle, and I think that's where the brain goblins have probably been the worst. And sometimes it just peaks up, you know, like Justin will get quiet and I'll automatically assume that I did something wrong or I said something wrong, and I'll be like, are you okay? And he'll be like, I'm fine, and I won't believe him, and then it's just a big spiral. So I'm trying to get better at that. I'm trying to tell myself that I am being completely irrational. It's hard when you have a full-time job and you're a full-time mom and you are a full-time wife, trying to make sure that everybody is happy and healthy and doing the best they can. And it doesn't really matter, like, if you're doing the best you can, there's always that voice in the back of your head that says you could be doing better, and you could be a better parent, and you could be a better mom, and you could be a better dad, you could be a better partner, you could be a better anything, right? And so I'm really trying to shut that voice down as best as I can, but it does decide every once in a while to say, hey, hi, how are you? Here, let's give you something to spiral about. So if you have anxiety, you understand that. And it's better today, and I can tell you that it will get better. It will get easier. Don't let your brain be mean to you. My brain is very good at being mean to me, and please do not let your brain be mean to you. Tell it to shut up. Tell those brain goblins that you're gonna dig them out with a pitchfork. Like, I don't care. Just try, you know. If you feel like you can't get up and move and get out of bed, get up and move and get out of bed. Get out there in the sunshine if it's sunny. Walk in the rain if that's something you want to do. Like, these are things I have to tell myself, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you too. So I am going to stop, you know, rambling on here, and I'm gonna get back to work, and I will catch up with you in a bit. Bye. So I'm getting ready to leave to go walk with my friend pretty soon here. I'm probably gonna have like a protein bar before I leave because I'm kind of hungry. But I started listening to Chloe Brown on the way home, and I already love it. She's so fun. Like, and I don't know what I was expecting, but when the audio started, it's a little British lady, and now it's like I just have like everything I want to say. I want to sound British, you know? But that's not British. I know that's not British, but goodness, it's fun. And I'm literally like 20 minutes in, because it takes me 20 minutes to get home. And I'm already loving it. So this, unless it takes a really, really foul turn, I don't see myself not enjoying this. So yeah. Well, wish me good luck on my walk. It's not so hot out today, but Monday was bad. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go get in 3 good miles around the lake and hope that I don't regret it tomorrow. are at the end of another week. Happiest of days to you. I've apparently created a monster, so if you hear any noise in the background, it's Cadence and her tablet, because she has decided that she's going to be a vlogger and just walks around the house making videos. So, I've apparently created a monster.
I'm
It's
not
okay.
a monster.
That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Alright,
I'm just like
so
man.
I am on chapter 10 of Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I'm a fan. I don't think I'm as big a fan of this one as I was of Novel Love Story or Astrid Parker. I like with this one they're showing what chronic pain looks like, what having fibromyalgia and other things, what it looks like. It's showing like disabilities, and it's doing a really good job doing that. And so I love this, and the banter is very cute between the two of them, but I also feel like it took off very quickly in regards to the physical attraction, the love, not even the love story, like it's more of a lust story if I'm being honest. So I feel like it took off very fast in that regard. She is great, she's funny, I love Chloe Brown. She's very witty, her brain seems to go a mile a minute, which is not unlike my own, and she's very matter of fact, which I appreciate. And she doesn't let her disability define who she is, and she really hates when people ask her if she's okay, and she spent a lot of time with doctors who didn't believe her pain, and so she has always just kind of relied on her family to do so, and her family believed her, and so that's kind of where that is. So basically what this is about is Chloe Brown had a almost life-altering experience, and now she has created a list of things that she wants to do before she dies. Basically, she calls it her Get a Life list, and the list includes enjoy a drunken night out, ride a motorcycle, go camping, have meaningless but thoroughly enjoyable sex, travel the world with nothing but hand luggage, and do something bad. And so she has called upon her super, the super of her building, to help her with that. So far, she really has only said, I want you to help me have a drunken night out, ride a motorcycle, and go camping, because he has a motorcycle. So, she has the cutest cat. His name is Smudge. I relate to Smudge a lot. He's very clumsy, very klutzy, doesn't really care about the rest of the world, like most cats, you know what I mean? But I am enjoying it. It's very witty, it's very fun. I'm having a good time with it. I'm also listening to it. So I don't know, I still have a lot to get through, but right now I think it's a good 4-star at this point. Not quite 5-star level for me, but close enough. Still doesn't mean I don't like it. Still doesn't mean I'm not going to read the other ones. I might read about the other Brown sisters. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but I am having a good time. I am working on putting together, I'm editing this video. I just edited all the B-roll that I have so far, and then I'll go in and edit the talky bits. It's my least favorite thing to edit because I really hate the sound of my own voice. So that's the hardest thing for me to edit, is the talky bits. Otherwise, it's been a quiet morning. I've just been in the office working. I have some fall ambiance going on because I'm really, really ready for fall. I'm really, really ready to decorate for Halloween. I am all of those wonderful things. Even though I did think that I was gonna die this morning because I woke up. I was rudely awakened by someone walking on my roof. Yeah, unexpectedly, actually. I was not expecting that. So I'm laying there and all I hear is thunk, 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 thunk. And I'm like, okay. So then of course Heath, who's laying next to me, is looking up at the roof. And I'm like, okay, this is how I die. There's Michael Myers or, you know, Ghostface. Somebody's up there and this is how I'm going to die. Halloween has come early for me, folks. I was laying there and I was like, okay, I don't really know what's going on. And my phone rang and it was from the construction company that put the roof on our house a year or so ago. And I had called them over a month ago and I said, we have some spotting on the kitchen ceiling that clearly means that something from the roof is leaking and I have a warranty, so they're supposed to come out and fix it. That was over a month ago. So last night I did call and I left a voicemail and I said, hey, just curious, I had called about a month ago. Well, I had called 2 months ago and they came out, they looked at it, they did a little piping, little tubing, little stuff, whatever it is that they do. And they said if the stain gets bigger or it gets wet again, give us a call. So it did. It got bigger, it got wet again. So I called a month ago. And so I got a call back that said, it's on their radar, you're good to go. Okay, great. So then within a couple of days, shingles and 2 stacks showed up in my front yard. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that means they're gonna come fix it. here we are a month later, and last night I called because I was like, these shingles and these stacks are still in my front yard, but no one has come to fix anything. And so I left a voicemail because the office was already closed by the time I called, because I called after my walk with my best friend, and I just said, hey, you know, I just want to know what's going on. So fast forward to this morning, thunk, 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 thunk on the roof. I'm gonna die. Oh my God, it's Michael Myers. Oh my God, it's Jason. Oh my God, it's Ghostface. And then my phone rang, and it was from the construction company, and it was a guy, and he was saying, you know, that was supposed to be taken care of a month ago. I'm not sure what happened. Someone dropped the ball. I called my guy. He'll be out there either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. And I went, well, I think he might already be here, or Halloween has come early for me. Because turns out that's who was walking on my roof. So I don't know that, I mean, I'm glad it's fixed. I'm really glad it's fixed. Do I wish that the guy that was on the roof would have waited until he heard from the guy who called me that said, hey, I got a hold of her. You're good to go. She's expecting you to get on my roof. I wish he would have done that, because the dogs, they don't like it when there are noises coming from someplace they can't see it, especially Reese's as she gets older. Mostly because she is going blind, and if she can't see where the noise is coming from, it freaks her out. And Heath was just a very anxious pup. I put a clip in here before. Justin was just outside, and Heath was having a heyday and a fit. And so they weren't doing well with random noises on the roof. And so I just was not really expecting my morning to kick off that way. It was not on my 2024 bingo card. Waking up to random people walking on my roof was not on my 2024 bingo card. But hey, I marked it off anyway. So yeah, that was my morning, friends. Since then, I have attempted to just kind of chill out, relax, move forward. It's been a wacky day. And so I've been working, sending emails, doing that thing, and then, like I said, getting through some more Chloe Brown. Cadence has decided that Reese's needs a blanket, so she has since wrapped Reese's up in a blanket on my floor in the office. So got that going for us too. Now she has left me, and she's playing games out in the living room because she's tired of my ish, don't you know? So tired of my ish. Kids, not for the faint of heart, people. Not for the faint of heart. how are you? Welcome back to my living room. So I have a final update for you for this vlog. I did finish Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and it was good. I still ended up giving it 4 stars. I really do love the banter. I really do love Chloe as a character. I love the way they show mental health and physical disabilities and how your past can really screw up your present, especially with like mental health things. I really did enjoy that. And their banter, like I said, their banter was really good. Their relationship was really cute. I just feel like the relationship was rushed, and the end drama literally happened in like this many pages. It just seemed unnecessary, and it felt like she kind of just did it because she needed drama at the end. She needed a reason for the Act 3 breakup, you know what I mean? Like, so it just felt rushed and it felt unnecessary at that point, and it just, that kind of did it for me. That kind of was like, okay, it's still a good read, it's still cute, I will still read the other Brown sister books, but this one right now was just a 4-star for me. All in all, I had a really good week. I finished 3 books in a week, and that is unheard of for me these days, so that's nice. And like I said, 2 5-stars and a 4-star, it's still a winning week for me. But I do recommend this book. I recommend Talia Hibbert. I enjoy her writing. I enjoy the banter. I enjoy the steaminess, because there's definitely steamy McSteamersons in here. So that was good. I enjoyed it. Like I said, relationship was rushed, and the end drama, it fell flat. It felt unnecessary. Anyway, that is really the only update I have for you. This vlog is now over. So I hope you guys have had a good week. I really hope that you guys are living your absolutely best lives. You are loving yourself unconditionally, and I really hope that you are reading some really, really great books. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye.